I feel today? Ask yourself this question.
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! We ready! We ready! We ready! We ready! And don't do that! And don't do that!
When I step on the field, I send one message. And this is what it feels like. This is what it feels like.
Football is getting hit. That's it.
It's gonna be football now! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's hunt now! Let's hunt now! Let's go! Let's hunt! We ready! And let's go do that! And let's go do that!
We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this, how like we the Miami Heat of football. Yeah. The bottom line is you got to buckle up your chin strap. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Don't disrespect the game like that. There's too much crying from them. He's a man. They can be hit just like us. He's a man. You already make the big money. He's a man. Don't cry when you step on the field, man. That's war out there. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like.
Oh, my bad. Your bad don't work in my world.
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! We ready! And let's go do that! And let's go do that! It's a wrap. Game over.
Nah, just got started. Game is not over. Hey, it's still the lunch break powered by JM&E and streaming live on BS3 TV on ROKU TV. That's right. If you got a Roku streaming device, just download BS3 TV. You got your guy right here, and you got some other great shows. Great shows. I mean it, man. Too many to name. I'll have to show you in the course of this fast break edition of Throwback Thursday what all the shows are on BS3 TV. But do yourself a favor. CJ, have you downloaded BS3 TV yet? Have you downloaded BS3 TV yet? If you haven't, you are missing out. Again, Roku streaming device, look for BS3 TV, download it, and just start enjoying. You will definitely be glad you did. Again, we are sending our deepest thoughts, prayers, condolences out to our brother, Chris Gardner from Houston Roundball Review, local name, global perspective. His mom passed away yesterday morning around 10 o'clock, and we want to keep him in our prayers. So he won't be joining me today. I didn't even reach out to him to ask. So I wanted him to just, know that we're thinking about him, praying for him, and keeping him lifted up in this tough time for he and his family. Also want to get you all to pray for the Smith family, Robert Smith, Felicia Smith, Jabril, Xavier, and they lost their sister. She passed away, only 34 years old. So please keep them all in your prayers. Man, a lot going on in this world. So, I hear a lot of other sports commentators and broadcast journalists say this on their shows today. I really mean it on mine. Today is kind of like a break from all this, just this tough news that's been going on. I'm doing a fast break edition because I'm getting ready for something else. I'm preparing for something else, and I got to see what it feels like to do this show in 30 minutes. So y'all bear with me. All right. CJ, how you doing? It was so good to hear your voice the other day. A lot of people have been asking about you, miss you. You have to drop in on us over at Cullen. You're going to drop in on us. Let us know you're doing okay. A lot of folks want to see you, myself included. So Ben Sutter III, what's going on, Ben? I have been following your lead, brother. I am believing that the Boston Celtics are going to force a game 7 tonight. I don't know how they're going to do it. I feel like I know how they need to do it. I feel like it's got to start with Jason Tatum, whether he's scoring, whether he's facilitating, whether he's locking down on defense, whether he's driving to the basket, whether he's knocking down jumpers, whether he's knocking down threes. I feel like it starts and stops with Jason Tatum. But here's the deal. It's all hands on deck for Boston. Boston, Ime Udoka, they have got to throw everything at Golden State. They cannot hold anything back because Game 7 is not promised. Game 7 has to be earned and won. They cannot just assume that they're going to get a Game 7. Oh, I'm going to do it right this time. Y'all stop what you're doing, because I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you're used to. Y'all check out the King. King Doc from Queen 3 and King Podcast, one of the best, just bright, brilliant shows that I've seen. And I've been doing this stuff for a long, long time, and I have not seen much out there better than Queen 3 and King. It is a great show with great guests, with great topics, and very engaging. It's refreshing, it's new, it's fun, it's full of life. I love it. I absolutely love it. I hate when I miss it. So anyway, CJ, don't be bothering me about my 30 minutes. Y'all had 2 hours, then it went down to 1 hour. Now I got to try and figure out how to package it in a 30-minute clip. So again, it's for stuff. There's a reason. There's a reason. Stick with me. All right, Keith Hennick, what's going on? What's going on? Good to see you as well. As I was saying before I take my first break, Boston's got to find a way tonight. It would be great if it would go through Jason Tatum. It'd be great if it goes through, Jaylen Brown. It'd be great. If it doesn't, it's got to go through somebody. Somebody has got to step up for Boston. If they don't, it's over. It's that simple. And I've seen a number of articles saying that the window for the Boston Celtics to win a championship has opened and closed in this series. And that's a pretty strong statement. Because what people are doing is counting Boston out. And one thing I know about that young group, with that young head coach, can't count them out. They're already playing on house money. They weren't the favorite to come out of the East. Literally, they were the second best team in the East record-wise, but everybody had Milwaukee, myself included. Other people had the Miami Heat. Other people had Philadelphia. A lot of folks had other teams before they got to the Boston Celtics, but here we are. I said the same thing about Golden State. They were not the best team in the West. Todd even jumped on yesterday. If you win the championship and the trophy, you're the best team. You won a tournament. You won the tournament. That's what you won. There are better teams that did not make it to this point. And, to acknowledge them is not to denounce Golden State. I mean, come on. Y'all got to open your minds and stop being rudimentary. I cannot tell you how many times I've heard somebody say, well, that's the way it's always been. Hell, we used to put leeches on our bodies to fix blood disorders. So come on, man, stop with that. You got to evolve. If you can't evolve, this is not the show for you. If you can't evolve and expand your mind, even if we go out there and say, nah, that don't make sense, fine. But at least let's take a look. Good Lord. I'm telling you now, I'm not talking about Elon Musk. I'm not talking about Jeff Bezos. I'm talking about when space travel becomes real, and when you like going out beyond our atmosphere, I'm for it. I am absolutely for it. There is just too much up there for a guy like me with my mentality and the way I think not to want to go see some of it. I'm telling you now, y'all ain't gonna miss me when I'm gone, because baby, I'm gonna be gone. As a kid, Doc, I'm just talking to you, King Doc. I'm just talking to you. As a kid, man, I used to pray that I would get abducted by aliens. I did. I would just sit in my bed. I had a bunk bed. I'd sit on my bunk bed. I would look out my window at the stars, and I'd be like, man, I wish somebody come get me. I did. Ask me why I'm telling you this. I'm saying, man, you gotta explore things. You gotta question things. You gotta go deeper. And for all these folks running around talking about, oh, this woke thinking, y'all sound stupid. If you think that people are supposed to just believe everything that we've told now that we have more information that most of it was not true, you're dumber than you think the people you're talking about are. That's just dumb. Don't be woke. Just believe everything that you were told, even though most of it is not true. It's just dumb. All right, got to take a break. Be right back right after this on The Lunch Break, powered by JM&E and proudly broadcasting on Roku TV with the BS3 family. Got a Roku streaming device? Download BS3 TV. Be right back.
Hey everybody, we have an announcement to make.
We sold out. We told you we were gonna sell out, and you missed it. It's your fault. It's your fault.
We are officially sold out. Ah!
Sold out.
Sold out.
How long I been saying it? How long I been saying it? We finna sell out. We said, hey, I'm watching. It happened. We sold out.
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.
Let me come back. I forgot to bring myself back on, laughing at King Dog. Wait a minute. Let me put this comment up real quick. King Dog said, LMFAO. Aliens, bro. My mama cooked too well. I didn't want to go nowhere. Now give me a fine alien female. I'm in like swimwear. Bro, I think the last thing I was thinking about was my mama's cooking. And my mama could cook, bro. My mama from Darrow, Louisiana. So you know my mama could cook. And I just, man, I've always been that kid, man. I was the youngest kid of a whole lot of children. My dad had 15 children. I was the youngest. I'm the youngest of 15. It was just pretty much me and my sister, my closest sister to me growing up. But man, I was always on my own beat, bro. I was always doing my own thing. So yeah, man, I just told the truth. I just told the truth, man. It was some stars out there. I wanted to see them, so I needed somebody who knew how to get there to come and get me and take me there. So that's what it was. That's what it was. King Dog said, but you are 100 regarding having an open mind. Man, I'm just trying to tell you, bro. That's why I love you. That's why I love the Queens. That's why I love Ben. That's why I love the whole BS3 family, man, because, you know, y'all are free thinkers for real. You know, y'all not just doing it to sound deep. Y'all not doing it to just create controversy. I can tell that y'all have invested some thought and some reasoning into, you know, just life in general, let alone the topics that y'all discuss on the show. One of the reasons why I think it's one of the most refreshing shows out there, man. And I'm serious when I tell you, man, folks are missing out if they're not checking out Queen 3 and King. And I'm not just saying it because you my guy. I'm saying it because it's true. You know, even before I met you, I was like, man, this thing right here is strong. I mean it, man. The producer, executive, and all that in me was like, this right here needs to be, you know, mainstream. So, yeah, bro, we got to think, man, because we've been lied to for far too long. And you got people who would rather us be dumb and quiet than, you know, alive and knowing. You see who's on my shirt? You know, I used to be afraid to wear stuff like this. I used to be such a go along and get along person that I never would have said Malcolm X's name, let alone been out here rocking, you know, who he is with one of his, you know, prolific comments. But come on, man, the government killed Malcolm X. The government killed Malcolm X. Now, could they have used the nation to do that? Absolutely. but the government killed Malcolm X. The government killed Martin Luther King. The government killed JFK. Now, they might have used other groups and other people to do it, but the government back at that time, absolutely. Ain't a doubt in my mind. I know we're supposed to be talking sports, but y'all done got me going now. If you have not seen the movie or the documentary, The 13th Amendment, you need to see it. You need to see it. I believe it's still on Netflix. If it's not, just search it out. You can find it. But that team right there did a great job of making some things that have been right in front of our face for a long time, making them highlighted so people could see them and dive into them. When you look at the 13th Amendment and how major corporations were invested in pieces of that so that they could profit off of the incarceration of Black people. I mean, come on now, forget this woke stuff. You better know, you better know, and still look at the disparity in sentencing. Look at the disparities in sentencing. Same crimes, different cultures, different punishment. Boston Celtics got to find a way, but Golden State is one of those teams that, man, Golden State can win anywhere, anyhow, against anybody. And I give them that. They can win anywhere at any time with anybody. It does not have to be all Steph. It definitely doesn't have to be all Clay. I don't think Clay is 100% yet. I really don't. But I think his want to has him out there on that court trying to get it in as much as we can. Draymond Green, I don't know what's going on with Draymond this series. This is not a series where Draymond Green, King Dog, don't play. Don't threaten me with a good time. Doc, when, where, and what time, and what's our topic? Because, I'm ready. In fact, forecast, let's break down the 13th Amendment. Let's break down that movie. Dude, please, let's get that fired up. Look, I ain't trying to program nobody else's show, but please, let's go there. Man, all right, let me stop, man. You done got I'm salivating at the thought of that. But anyway, Draymond Green, I don't know what's going on with him. I used to say that as Draymond Green goes, the Golden State Warriors go. That's no longer the case. And that's a good thing for the Golden State Warriors. They have built their roster where anybody can lead it, direct it, and win with it. And I like that. I like what they've done on that team. I like that how they have recreated their bench. When Golden State went on that run, 73-9, and they won that chip, after that, because you remember they didn't win a chip on that team. They had a bench that could be a starting five on anybody else's squad. They kind of got that now. And I'm telling you, man, when they go to their bench, there's very little drop off from their starters, especially given that their big three might not be 100%. Steph still got some nicks. Clay still trying to, get his legs underneath him. Draymond is dealing with who knows what. Looney is Looney. I really, Wiggins is probably the healthiest thing they got going on both sides of the court. But man, when they go to that bench with Poole and Peyton and some of the other guys, man, it's strong. And I don't think Boston is as deep as Golden State is. So Boston is not going to be given the game tonight. They're going to have to earn that game tonight because Golden State can beat anyone, anywhere, at any time. Uh-oh. It's about to go down. I can't wait, bro. Say less. I will pull it up again tonight and get in it. I'm telling you, I will be ready. That's one of those movies that you sit down with your family, you sit down with your kids, you sit down with a lot of people. And I think it is just called 13th. But you sit down with them and you watch it and you break it down. You pause that bad boy, answer questions, talk about, expound on it a little bit, hit play and keep it going. Another good movie. Look, I'm all in forecast right now. This is the forecast edition of the lunch break. Another good movie is Antebellum. Antebellum is not a documentary. It's a movie. It's a quote unquote fictional movie, but it is one that needs to be seen. It's one that needs to be seen. So those are two right there, man. Bruh, if I'm on a hospital bed, I will tune in and I will add my comments from those right there. All right. So anyway, in tonight's game, before I take this last break, in tonight's game, I got Boston. Because I believe that they are going to defend their home court and force a game 7. I don't think it's going to be easy. I'll be very surprised if Boston blows Golden State out tonight. But man, they got to do it tonight. There is no tomorrow if they don't do it tonight. All right, quick break. Be right back right after this on the line.
Hey everybody, we have an announcement to make.
We sold out. We told you we were gonna sell out, and you missed it. It's your fault. It's your fault.
We are officially sold out.
Sold out.
Sold out.
How long I been saying it? How long I been saying it? We finna sell out. We said, hey, I'm watching. It happened. We sold out.
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.
King Doc is blessing me today, man. Real quick, let me talk about the Cinematic Affair. The Cinematic Affair is sold out for the Saturday night. That's the movie premiere and the red carpet event. That's sold out. No more tickets available for that. The theater could only hold so many seats, and they're gone. So if you don't have tickets for Saturday night's red carpet event and the premiere of all three of the movies, then it's not happening. You can still get tickets to the social, the business mixer on Friday. All you got to do is go to thecinematicafair.com and get your tickets for Friday. It's going to be a good social, be a very good mixer. And then on Sunday, there is a brunch with the actors as well as the writers and the producers. It'll be a fun time. It's going to be at the 366 Sky Lounge in Greenspoint. Please get your tickets for that. I'll be there. I'll be having a good time with you. So be looking forward to seeing you. But again, if you don't have your tickets for the Saturday night movie premiere and red carpet event, that is completely sold out. And don't be fooled out there. Apparently somebody's out there saying that they got tickets and they can sell them to you. That's a scam. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just go to the website, thecinematicafair.com, and you'll see what's still available. All right. King Doc, brother, I mean it. I'm with you. Antebellum is a worthy view because of, man, that's my girl. That's my girl. She has really come a long way. I really think that she has upgraded her acting, man. I love it. I love it. King Doc says we need to put the Cinematic Affair on ROKU and in for review of that as well. Bruh, say less. Say less. And just so you know, they have a space for trailers for other creators. So if we got somebody in our family, BS3 family, that wants their trailer produced and promoted on other platforms, get that to me so I can get that to them. All right. So again, it's a family affair, man. We're trying to get it all done together. All right. So again, I got Boston tonight, but I won't be surprised if Golden State wins it, and I won't be mad. I don't want to see Draymond get another one this year because for me, Draymond ran his mouth in the wrong way, man. Draymond got away with way too much this playoff. This definitely in these finals. They gotta come up with some Draymond rules. You know how they came up with the Jordan rules, and then they came up with the James Harden rules, and they came up with some Shaq rules. They need to come up with some Draymond rules because Draymond is gonna get somebody hurt. Draymond is going to get somebody hurt, going to get somebody kicked out, going to get somebody fined, but it'll all be instigated by Draymond. And I'm sorry, Golden State fans, say what you want, whine if you want, all that. Draymond got away with far too much in these NBA finals, and they got to check that. The NBA has got to go back and review these non-calls on Draymond Green, and they got to make some decisions because if they don't, there are bigger and badder dogs out there on the yard, and somebody's going to mess around and punch Draymond or punch somebody on the Golden State Warriors, and it's going to be on from there. If the referees and the league don't do their job, I'm telling you, there's some dudes out there that will handle it. And you can say what you want to say. Don't start crying then. Don't start crying then because somebody's going to decide, yeah, me missing about 6 games is worth it. Somebody's going to decide me missing about 6-8 games and losing about $80,000, $90,000 is going to be worth it. And I can't be mad. I'm never going to be mad at a grown man for handling their business when the league and the referees didn't handle theirs. So, AJ, you're promoting violence. No, I'm not. I'm trying to avoid violence, which is why I said the league has got to review how the non-calls went against Draymond Green. He got away with far too much. And if they don't do something about it, that's okay. The streets will handle themselves. The streets will handle themselves. All right, got to give some love to the Houston Astros. The Houston Astros did something last night that had never been done before. They had not one but 2 immaculate innings. What's an immaculate inning? An immaculate inning is when a pitcher for a team throws the minimum number of pitches that they can throw in one inning. There's 9 of them. You can throw only a minimum of 9 pitches in any inning. And each one of them is a strike, and he strikes out all 3 batters that they face. Last night, Luis Garcia did that through 9 pitches, 3 strikes for 3 batters out of there. That had only been done about 120 times. And then behind that, a relief pitcher, Phil Matone, crazy looking dude, just always looks mad, always looks like something is eating him. He came behind that and did it himself. 9 pitches, 3 strikeouts, out of there. First time in Major League Baseball history that has ever been done. And man, I got to give a lot of love to Dusty Baker. I love seeing stuff like that happen for him. The one thing that is missing is a championship. I need Dusty to get a chip. So anyway, the Astros got the win last night after a 6-run first inning. They won that game 9-2 over the Texas Rangers. They got the night off, and then they'll be back on the field tomorrow when they host the Chicago White Sox. It'll be at 7:10 Central. Framber Valdez, the lefty, will be on the mound for the Stros, and we'll see how that goes. Again, Chicago White Sox here in Houston to take on the Astros tomorrow. But again, big win. First time ever, not 1 but 2 immaculate innings thrown by one team. The Houston Rockets traded away Christian Wood. I think it was a good move for both sides. Christian Wood wanted out. The Rockets wanted him out, and now they've got some flexibility. They traded Christian Wood to the Dallas Mavericks for the 26th pick in the first round of the upcoming NBA draft, and Boban Marjanovic, the big man. I love Boban. Now, he is not a starter. Boban is not a starter. So Rocket fans who are thinking that Boban is going to go into the starting lineup, that's not what they're bringing him in for. They're bringing him in to provide some very good depth at the 5. They need a big dude who can give some quality minutes at the 5, and Boban can do that. But then they also got Trey Burke, Marquise Chris, and Sterling Brown. I don't know if they're going to keep those 3. I don't know if they're going to keep all 3 of them. I don't know that. We'll see. First of all, the Rockets are guard heavy. Number 1, they need some 4s. I don't know if they got that in this trade. So we'll see. But a good move getting the 26th pick in the draft. Good move moving Christian Wood. Now they don't have that locker room tension with him still there. He gets a chance to go and literally shine in Dallas because they need a scorer at the five. I think it was a very good move for Dallas. Fact, Ben, I agree with you. Ben Sutter III said Christian Wood is a great pickup for Dallas. I agree with you on that. So I think that's an A- for both sides in that move. And then last and certainly not least, a Russian court extended Brittany Griner's detention for another 18 days. That happened a couple of days ago. But until the United States works out some type of trade, prisoner exchange, so to speak, Brittany's going to be used as a pawn by the Russian government. And I got news for you, man. This is where politics is so ridiculous. You know, everybody hated Russia before the former guy got in office, and then he fell in love with Russia. And then all of a sudden you had politicians that were sympathizing with Russia. Well, let me just say this. You see what Russia is all about. You see what Russia is all about. You see what they're all about in this war against Ukraine, which is totally unnecessary. And don't try to say, oh, you don't understand the dynamics. Shut up. You don't understand the dynamics. You don't see the impact it's having on the world. You know, everybody keeps talking about inflation and gas prices. If American inflation was the problem, then why is there $9, $10, $11 gas overseas? Russia. And then you see Russia is willing to exchange Brittany Griner for one of the most ruthless gun traders, just bad people in the world. That's who Russia wants in exchange for Brittany Griner. If you don't think that this was done on purpose, they knew who Brittany Griner was, they knew when she was traveling, and they found something to be able to incarcerate her and hold her, to leverage her for one of the most ruthless criminals in the world. I'll leave it at that. I'm finna go. Fast break edition of the lunch break. As always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I absolutely love you. There's nothing you can do about it except meet me here tomorrow for Freestyle Friday. All right, we're out. King Doc, I love you, brother. Get at me. Ben Sutter III, I love you. CJ, love you too. Let me go out as we always do. All right, y'all. Take care.
Hey, everybody. We have an announcement to make.
We sold out. We told you we were going to sell out, and you missed it. It's your fault. It's your fault.
We are officially sold out. Ah!
Sold out.
Sold out.
How long I been saying it? How long I been saying it? We finna sell out. We said, hey, I'm watching. It happened. We sold out.
Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know. Today is Thursday, June 16th, 2022. Number 1, the Department of Justice filed multiple federal hate crime charges against the suspected shooter in the May 14th massacre of 10 black people at a Buffalo, New York grocery store. Wednesday's 26-count federal indictment is in addition to the state-level domestic terrorism and murder charges previously filed against Peyton Gendron. The federal charges carry the possibility of the death penalty. The indictment stated the motive was based on a racial conspiracy theory, the white replacement theory, that he sought to prevent black people from replacing white people and eliminating the white race. Number 2, Axios was the first to report that former Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms will join the White House in the coming days as Director of the Office of Public Engagement. Bottoms will fill a vacancy created by Cedric Richmond, who recently moved to a senior role at the Democratic National Committee. Her arrival at the White House comes as congressional Democrats face challenging midterm election prospects as they try to defend their slim majorities in the House and Senate amid increasing gas prices and overall inflation. Number 3, U.S. regulators have historically inspected baby formula plants at least once a year, but they did not inspect any of the 3 biggest manufacturers in 2020. When they finally did get inside an Abbott Nutrition formula plant in Michigan after a 2-year gap, they found standing water and lax sanitation procedures. Inspectors would return 5 months later after 4 infants who consumed powdered formula from the plant suffered bacterial infections. They found bacterial contamination inside the factory, leading to a 4-month shutdown and turning a festering supply shortage into a full-blown crisis that sent parents scrambling to find formula for their children. Number 4. A New York man was arrested Saturday afternoon after allegedly unleashing a racist tirade against an off-duty cop and his son. On June 11th, Robert McLemore, a black lieutenant police officer and pastor from Newburgh, New York, was driving with his son when he slowed down to let another car pass him. This is when a white male driver began shouting the N-word at Mr. McLemore and his son and allegedly attempted to rear-end the off-duty police officer's car while waving a box cutter. The pair pulled into a restaurant parking lot, and the white driver followed them while continuing to shout obscenities, flashed the middle finger, and allegedly attempted to stab Mr. McLemore, which left a hole in his phone case. Number 5. Men of color experience poor health outcomes and shorter lifespans due in large measure to social and economic drivers of health or social determinants of health. The ongoing COVID-19 pandemic and the response to the many social injustices have further illuminated the impact of structural racism on the health of men living in historically excluded communities. This June, the American Heart Association will celebrate Father's Day by celebrating the hearts and souls of men of all cultures and backgrounds who've made a difference in the lives of people whom they love and who love them. Here's your daily inspiration from Yogi's Jewels. Give honor to those who are due. Join me today live on YouTube and Facebook at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central for a special edition of Check In and Check Up for Your Health with comedians really extraordinaire D.L. Hughley and J. Anthony Brown. Thank you to our What You Need to Know partners, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated and the American Heart Association. To subscribe to my free daily newsletter, please visit SybylWilkes.com. Be informed, be empowered.
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.